In 2006, Koei and Omega Force released an expansion that shook the Samurai Warriors fanbase. The name, Samurai Warriors 2: Xtreme Legends, a title that wasn't exactly a brand new game, but wasn't just a simple DLC either.
This type of content, known as a standalone expansion, worked as a complementary disc. On its own, it offered extra modes, brand new characters, and new features. But when combined with the original base game, it unlocked a fully extended and integrated experience.
To do that, players had to use the import or mix joy function, a system that recognized data from the original Samurai Warriors 2, granting full access to all modes, characters, and visual improvements. This technique was common in Koei games from that generation, especially in the Warriors Orochi and Dynasty Warriors series.
Released first in Japan in 2006 and later in North America and Europe in 2007, the title initially came exclusively for PlayStation 2. It was later included in the Japanese PC version and in compilations for Xbox 360 and PS3, though those adaptations took a while to reach Western audiences.
The main purpose of Xtreme Legends was to expand the SW2 universe with new playable characters such as Toshiie Maeda, Motochika Chosokabe, Gracia, and Katsuie Shibata, all featuring new storylines in the Legend mode.
Beyond new characters, the expansion introduced new weapons, alternate costumes, additional music tracks, an increased level cap, improved combo systems, and a brand new mercenary mode, adding more technical gameplay and resource management to the mix.
Visually, the game retained the original's graphics running on Omega Force's proprietary engine. Stages, models, and effects were reused, but the highlight was the sheer amount of extra content. This was a clear attempt by Koei to keep the game alive and to keep fans engaged between main releases.
Despite the lack of extensive marketing and no official Portuguese localization, the game became popular among Musou fans. Even today, it's remembered for bringing characters that never appeared again with such prominence in later entries.
In the next segment, we'll dive into Mercenary Mode in detail, a mission-based system with rewards and progression that added a welcome strategic layer to the series' signature hack-and-slash gameplay.
Stay with us and get ready to dive deep into a world full of combos, legendary samurai, and intense battlefield tactics.
Next segment.
In the previous episode, we showed how Samurai Warriors 2: Xtreme Legends arrived as a robust expansion packed with new characters and additional modes. Now it's time to dive into one of this version's main attractions, Mercenary Mode.
While Story Mode and Legend Mode focused on historical narratives, Mercenary Mode offered a more tactical approach. Players took on the role of a hired warrior completing specific missions, choosing allies, routes, and strategies before each battle.
Instead of following a linear storyline, Mercenary Mode worked through sequential missions with varied objectives, eliminating a specific general, protecting allies, capturing territories, or holding out against waves of enemies.
Each completed mission rewarded players with points, loot, and gold, which could be used to upgrade character stats, forge stronger weapons, or unlock rare enhancements. But the most interesting detail was the alliance dynamic. Before each mission, players chose their combat companions, and depending on performance, their trust could be gained or lost. This directly affected the group's strength and the odds of success.
This strategic layer brought Xtreme Legends closer to a tactical RPG. Alongside the series' trademarked fast-paced hack-and-slash combat, there were decisions to make between missions, requiring planning and careful resource management.
Another standout feature was customization depth. In Mercenary Mode, players could select starting equipment, adjust passive skills, combine weapons with special bonuses, and even change combat styles depending on mission requirements.
Character progression was also reworked. The level cap was significantly increased compared to the base game, and characters like Gracia and Katsuie Shibata showed huge growth potential, encouraging constant replayability.
Even though it reused maps and enemies from the main game, this mode offered a fresh challenge perspective with objectives and restrictions that completely changed the battle's pace.
And more. This mode became ideal for farming rare weapons and faster EXP, making it a favorite among the series' hardcore players.
However, despite its strengths, not everything worked perfectly. Repetitive objectives, basic enemy AI, and the lack of cutscenes made the mode feel a bit mechanical after many hours of play.
Still, Mercenary Mode was praised by critic gamers as a worthwhile addition that extended the game's lifespan and gave players more freedom, something many later Warriors titles would adopt.
In the next segment, we'll analyze how the public and critics reacted to Xtreme Legends, what the highlights and main complaints were, and why this expansion ended up becoming a cult favorite among Muso fans.
Stay with us. The investigation isn't over yet.
When Samurai Warriors 2 Xtreme Legends hit the market in 2006, it didn't arrive as a brand new game, but as a standalone expansion. And that caused a lot of confusion among players.
Many consumers didn't know whether they needed the original game, if it worked on its own, or if it was just extra content. The answer was somewhere in between. On PS2, you could play Xtreme Legends independently, but some features only unlocked if you had the original Samurai Warriors 2 disc and used the import function.
At the time, reviews were divided. Critics acknowledged the amount of added content, new characters, modes, weapons, and missions, but also pointed out the lack of structural innovation.
IGN gave it a 6.8 out of 10, saying Xtreme Legends was more of the same, but with added variety for those who already enjoy the formula. GameSpot was harsher, stating that the repetition of the Muso formula starts to wear thin, even with new characters.
On the other hand, franchise fans loved it. Forums like GameFAQs, NeoGAF, and Muso communities praised the addition of Mercenary Mode, the ability to level up characters beyond the original game's cap, and the replay value.
The new characters also stood out. Gracia divided opinions with her eccentric style and magical abilities, while Katsuri Shibata was highly praised for his dark aesthetic and devastating attacks.
From a technical standpoint, the game maintained the stability of the base title. There weren't any significant graphical improvements, but it also didn't introduce new bugs or performance issues, which was seen as a positive.
In stores, sales were modest but steady. In Japan, the game was well received among Koei fans. In the West, distribution was much more limited, especially in the United States, where it was mostly found in specialty shops and through imports.
Today, Samurai Warriors 2 Xtreme Legends is remembered as one of the best expansion packs of the PS2 era, despite its limitations. For console players, it was a way to extend the lifespan of an already solid game, and to relive legendary battles of feudal Japan with even more intensity.
In the gaming world, not every expansion earns that kind of status, but Xtreme Legends achieved it through effort, content, and respect for the franchise's fans.
And for those who collect physical PS2 games, this version is considered a must-have, not only for its rarity, but for its historical value within the series.
If you played this expansion back in the day or discovered it later through emulation, let us know. Who was your favorite character? Did you think Xtreme Legends was worth it?
Leave a comment, subscribe to the MUNDO-XP channel, and stay with us on this journey through forgotten games, overlooked classics, and gems from the golden age of gaming.
See you in the next investigation.